This proposal was prepared for the executive branch of the New Mexico government and addresses the issue of childhood hunger in New Mexico as well as what needs to be done in order to help children and the benefits of the solution and efforts to end childhood hunger in our state. On a national scale, New Mexico is ranked first in childhood hunger because of the hunger that is stretched among children throughout the entire state. Although some cities and counties have a higher childhood hunger percentage than others, the issue lies within the entire state and must be dealt with as one so that all children of New Mexico get the food and nourishment they are in desperate need of. As of today, New Mexico is at the top of the national childhood hunger scale with a staggering 29.2%. This indicates that almost a third of children around New Mexico are not getting the food or nutrients needed for a growing and developing child. While the percentage of New Mexico's childhood hunger is 29.2%, the actual amount of children who are experiencing hunger every day is 153,738 children. In addition to the staggering amounts of children who are currently experiencing hunger, there are another 150,000 children who are at risk of hunger. This means that these children are a part of families and households that are near or below the poverty level or might be have barely enough food to keep the entire family satisfied. The number of meals missed is also a significant factor when calculating childhood hunger in New Mexico. As of today, the number of missed meals in New Mexico amounts to a staggering 117,140,870 meals. When calculating missed meals, the number of meals skipped a day, the number of times a single serving of food has been stretched to accommodate more than one person or meal, and the amount of which a New Mexican lives off of 1 or 2 meals a day are all taken into account. In order to help New Mexico's hunger issue, or even reduce the amount of children that go hungry every day, education of the public must be the first step. People in the community must be educated about the issue and what they can do to help before any other measures of action can be taken. Education of where and how to help can be incorporated into advertisements around the state. Advertisements must be placed in high-traffic and easily visible areas around the state, such as highways, shopping malls, and large billboards. In addition to the location, the content of the advertisements must include facts and statistics of the issue within the state, as well as where citizens can go to donate either food, money, or time to help feed the hungry. We must also concentrate on meals that are given within New Mexico's schools. Since many families cannot afford to buy adequate meals at home, it is crucial that we increase the amount of children who are eligible to receive free or reduced price meals for breakfast and lunch at schools. To do this, we must reduce the family income requirement that enables children to receive such benefits so that the amount of children who do not have enough to eat while at school is reduced. Because many families do not have the financial ability to provide adequate meals for their children, it is also crucial that we provide these children not only with meals while at school, but also provide them with meals after school and while on holiday breaks. In order to provide needy children with food outside of school, we need to increase the amount of funding of after-school and holiday meal programs. Costs for this proposal are essentially limited to the main aspects of the project plan. In order to fully utilize resources and extend help and care to all needy children, adequate costs for advertising space and materials, as well as the education of New Mexicans across the state must be accounted for. In order to drive and successfully increase the amount of children who are eligible to receive free or reduced meals, a substantial amount of financial resources will be needed to fund the campaign. Funding is also needed to provide needy children with healthy and filling meals outside of schools. Funding will be needed to support these programs as well as providing the children with food. In order to produce the adequate amount of advertisements around the state, $1 million will need to be allocated in order to drive the desired results. Another $5 million will need to be allocated to fund the campaign to increase the students who qualify for reduced price or free meals at school. Lastly, $10 million will be needed to provide children with meals outside of school because it will not only be needed to support these programs around the state, but will also be needed to purchase food for the children. By putting this proposal into action and allocating the financial resources needed, many children of New Mexico will no longer be consumed by their hunger. People of New Mexico will be more aware of the problem that is so close to home and will know exactly how and where they can help so that hungry children are never forgotten or ignored. This proposal and financial resources provided will also help more children reach the food they so desperately need so they can grow and develop as healthy and happy children. Instead of being consumed by hunger, the children of New Mexico will be able to lead healthy childhoods so that they may grow and develop into healthy, functioning adults. These children will also be able to focus on school and learning rather than their hunger, and therefore may raise New Mexico's education and health rates all at once. Because children are our society's future, it only makes sense that we put their health and well-being above all others. Unfortunately, many children in New Mexico are not receiving the food and nutrition they need to help support and better our society's future. These costs are only a small price to pay for all the benefits New Mexico's children and our society as a whole will receive. We will not only be providing more children with healthy and adequate meals, we will also be providing hungry adults with adequate meals because of the surge in resources local food banks will receive due to our increased advertising. Children will also be able to focus more in schools so that grades and even graduation rates may increase in New Mexico. By putting this proposal into action, we are not only helping the hungry children of New Mexico, but we are also helping to better New Mexico's society as a whole. Thank you for listening and considering my proposal.